All right, the game's getting started about 10 minutes late today. So it should be starting up here in, another close to 5 minutes. So it's going to be 20 minutes startup late, but the girls just got on the ice to warm up. We are playing the Mountain group team. We're going to go on mute for now. We're in warm-ups right now. We've got about 2 minutes left on the clock. The game, once we get a puck drop here, we will be about 20 minutes starting late. For everyone that just joined, we are the Lady Rough Riders 14AA are playing the MTN Select. Going to go back on mute here for the next 90 seconds or so. All right, we're at the final seconds of the warm-up. Girls will start picking up the pucks, and then we will have game time. Just wave to the internet. All right, here we go. Lady Rough Riders in white, Mountain Select in maroon and black. We're starting out with 15 minutes in the first period. Looks like we have Page's center, Harper and Harper on D. I'm sorry, I don't know who are the two wings. Some of the girls don't have names on their jerseys yet. Mountain Select won the face-off, so we're down in the Rough Riders zone. All right, going across the neutral zone. That's Ad to put it down deep behind Mountain Select's goal. Mountain Select has it coming back into our zone. Hard drive with the full forwards. We went a little bit wide on the goal, so we are on our way down. Passed up to Harper. Seifert, she brought it down to the zone. She is battling out with three of the players right now. She was able to bury it deep back behind the Mountain Select's goal. Georgia was able to keep it on the other side, or the right side of the blue line, so we can stay on the offense here. All right, Mountain Select shot it across, put it in pretty deep into our zone. Andre was able to keep him going too far in, and we are back across onto Mountain Select's zone. A great centering pass over to number 55. Shot toward goal, but went a little bit wide. Georgia stopping at the blue line. She took a shot toward the goal, and the goalie was able to pluck it out of there. So that's our first shot on goal. We're down to just 13 minutes left on the first period. Got a face-off in Mountain Select's far side. We've got to get a couple more players on the ice. All right, we have Harper and Harper in the back, Grayson on wing, Page on center, and Maddie Benish on wing. Mountain Select was trying to get it out of their zone by doing some pass forwards, and it didn't work out so well. So far, so good. We're controlling the puck in their zone. It's a good line. Trying to wrap it around the wall. Paige has it. She's taking the side shot almost from the goal line. Went a little bit wide. All right, Mountain Select got a hard shot out into the neutral zone. We've got Harper down below us. Got it back into their zone. A little bit of back and forth going on in the neutral zone. Harper to Harper. We have Harper Seifert bringing it forward into their zone. Wasn't able to maintain possession, but Jesse flew in there and picked it off. So that's a nice move by Jesse, trying to maintain possession. Got Paige working on getting out of our zone since we're on D at this moment. Got Georgia to Jessie. Jessie's taking it into the zone. She's got it across. It's got buried back behind Mountain Select's goal line. Georgia is able to get it toward the goal. Oh, I think we have a call against Rough Riders. I think that is Holly in the box. Looked like for a trip. So we are now on penalty kill. We are down to 10 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock. Game is still 0-0. We're down one skater. We have Andrea on D, Jessie on wing. Oh, we have a trip, and I think that's Josie, number 52. Maybe interference? I don't know. It wasn't good. All right. It looks like Mountain Select number 28 is in the box now. Number 53 for the Rough Riders still has 1:40 on the penalty, so now we are 4-on-4 in Mountain Select's zone. Got Harper with the puck. She takes a shot right in. Oh! We had a rebound off of who I think is Josie, number 52. I'm sorry, 57. And she got the rebound and was able to get it up and over Mountain Select's goalie. We got a goal on the board. All right. We're still 4-on-4. Or no, we have 5-on-4 on the ice right at the moment. All right, looks like the refs are calling out Mountain Select for having too many players on the ice. Maybe. All right, 4-on-4. We have only Harper on D, Jessie on wing, Owen on wing. And we have Josie playing center. Puck is now back at our goal line. We have Harper bringing it up. It's out of our zone, but we've got an offside call on Mountain Select. We're down to 10 minutes and 6 seconds. Penalty board is still showing Rough Riders has 1:08 left on the board and 1:27 on Mountain Select's player. So no real advantage at this point for either team, at least not for another about 55 seconds, and then Rough Riders will be a skater up on Mountain Select. It's got an offside call on Rough Riders. Looks like we have Paige facing off with Mountain Select on center. Looks like we have Ads, number 20 on wing. We have Georgia bringing up on the inside wall here. It's coming out of the video view. She brought it all the way down into the zone, but had a blowout there and lost footing. So we're back on trying to get control of that puck as their Mountain Select's trying to get it out. George was able to bury it down deep. We have Paige putting pressure going down. All right, puck's cross neutral all the way back into Rough Riders zone. Harper Owen was able to get it out and another offside against Mountain Select. So right now we have a power play for at least another 18 seconds with one extra skater on ice. Not really extra, just a full line now, 5-on-4. So we have Harper and Harper in the back. Number 61 tried to get a shot off on toward Rough Riders, but weren't able to do it. We got Ads battling out over in the far wall, trying to get that puck. Did awesome tingling up the other player. Getting some fresh skaters on the ice here. Grayson came in for, looks like, Ads. We have Josie as center. Harper Seifert on D. Harper Owen on D. We have Harper Seifert getting a stick in her legs, but they didn't do a call as she was trying to get across the neutral zone. And the poor ref just got reminded why leg pads are important. Got a puck in the back of the legs. Probably didn't feel very good. Mountain Select team is definitely using their body to get in front of us and ruin any kind of plays we have at this point, clogging up the lanes. We had a moment of time in their zone, but it was short-lived as there was, we were trying to get some fresh skaters on the ice, so we were a little bit short-handed, but we're still down in the zone. George is keeping it in the zone. She's trying to get a shot off, but it hit one of the other players. We got Andrea and Paige just putting tons of pressure on Mountain Select, keeping them from doing any kind of shots. Oh, and Cora just did a fantastic blocker save, stick save, as they tried to get a shot in on a rebound. All right, we got Paige bringing it in on the inside wall here, all the way into their zone. We have number 53, which I'm sorry, there's no name on the jersey, so I don't know who it is. We have Harper and Harper back on D, putting the pressure on the single player who just buried the puck deep on kind of not really a shot because it went so wide. We have Harper Seifert bringing it all the way up through the center, battling it out. Wasn't able to maintain the possession of the puck against three. And that's all right. We got the rest of the team coming up to help out. Jessie just using her shoulder to maintain possession, getting that puck, which was fantastic. We had a turnover right at the blue line where we got the puck back. Mountain Select was able to bounce it back into our zone. Maddie Benish trying to get it across, but it was temporary. Ooh. Thankfully, Mountain Select just peppered one of their own players as they took a relatively hard shot. So I'm sure Cora is going to send a thank you letter to her for blocking that shot. Oh, we just had a great shot by Josie. Back across the neutral zone. Andrea is now bringing it into their zone. Pushed it down a little bit. Looks like Mountain Select as well as Rough Riders have put some new fresh players on the ice. Georgia and Andrea on D, Grayson on left wing, Maddie on center, and Jessie on right wing. Jessie was able to pick the puck off there, Mountain Select player temporarily. Cora finally got to do a little blocking. Just blocked a shot. All right, we've got Georgia bringing it around behind, coming up on this inside wall. She's got the speed. Oh, she got ganged up on by Mountain Select, the 3-on-1. They were able to get the puck away from her, and we've got an offside call against Rough Riders. pretty good game. Lots of good passing. We got shots on goal. So we're down to 4 minutes and 21 seconds left in the first period. Rough Riders are up on the scoreboard by 1. All right, looks like we have Harper and Harper back on D. No, Mountain Select just took a shot, but it went feet wide, so Cora just watched it fly by. All right, we've got a call. What do we got a call on? Must have been an offside. So we're doing a face-off right on the edge of Rough Riders. So down to 3:57 on the first period. All right, puck's out of our zone. Mountain Select took possession, doing some back and forth passes. Harper was able to grab the puck. Harper Owen backed her up, and they're able to get possession of it. We have Maddie taken up on the far right side. Paige is set in the center. Number 53 was right there. Oh, that was what I would call a high stick from Mountain Select. They hit the puck out of the air, hit the net. So we're going to have a face-off in Mountain Select zone. 3:27 left in the first period. Looks like we have Andrea and Georgia on D. Paige is on center. Maddie's on right wing. And I'm sorry, I don't know 53. All right. Mountain Select has a breakaway into our zone. They tried to center it, but we were on it. I think that was Andrea that was able to get a stick on that puck and deflected it out. Paige is working hard on trying to get it back into their zone. All right. Andrea is back on Mountain Select. Georgia took possession. Back behind. Oh, she got picked off by Mountain Select right at our goal lines in the corner. We need to get it out. All right, we're down to 2:35 in the first period. We're having a problem getting that puck out of our zone. We were successful. Maddie Benish is trying to put pressure on them through the neutral zone. Mountain Select pulled it back into their zone. Number 53 is putting a lot of pressure. Number 53 is Colley, sorry. She's been putting some good pressure on it. Harper got in the way of a shot on goal. She took possession of it, so she is taking it down the center with the help. No, we got a turnover already. I can't talk fast enough for how much turnovers are happening there in the neutral zone. Harper put it across the neutral zone back into Mountain Select with some back and forth. All right. We have Jesse bringing it back into the zone. Josie was trying to get in there. Harper tried to get a shot off right near the blue line, but their player was in the way. Oh no. Oh no, so Mountain Select just got a goal off a rebound. After Cora got the first block, they had a player there to pick up and put it in. At this point, we have a tied game with 1:25 left on the first period. Game is 1-1. Mountain Select was, once the face-off happened, there's some back and forth. It sounds like it was a icing call. Mountain Select put a little bit of cheat on that puck. So we'll have a face-off at 1:14 in Mountain Select zone. Andrea and Georgia are on D. Paige is on center. Georgia's on right wing. And again, number 12. Georgia working on keeping it in the zone, but we weren't able to keep it. So we've got a runner. It's Andrea versus that shooter. Cora got in the way. Got the block in. We're down to 40 seconds. I think the girls know it because there's quite a bit of urgency on their part. All right, we're across the neutral zone. 25 seconds left in the first. Oh, beautiful backhand shot by number 12. I need to ask who that is. 1 second. Who is that? All right, well, nobody knows, but number 12 just did a fantastic backhand. Those were some pretty hot moves that she had out there. Got that backhand in. She had all the pressure in the world on her, and she took it. All right, we have Josie on center. Number 12 on wing. I really wish I knew her name. It's a different numbered helmet, so I'm not sure. We have Georgia. Sorry, we're at the end of the period at this point as my voice cracks. Georgia and Andrea were on D. All right, end of first period. Rough Riders are up 2-1. Clock's been reset for 15 minutes, and we'll be back here in about 45 seconds. All right, so I found we found out a group effort with all the fans behind me. Number 12 is Sammy. She did that beautiful backhand. Be back here in about 20 seconds. All right, looks like we're gonna have a puck drop here. Goalie switch sides. All right, we have Jesse on center. Holly, number 53, on right wing. Grayson on left wing. Harper, Seifert on far side, and Harper Owen on the close side for D. Whoa, we had it's had quite a /trip between Mountain Select. All right, Mountain Select is pushing back into our zone. Harper and Harper are putting pressure on. They tried to get a snapshot off. They didn't. Instead, they passed to Harper Seifert, who then passed to Mountain Select as Mountain Select resets at the halfway mark in the neutral zone. A little bit more back and forth. Mountain Select cleared the zone line, so that is going. They're just burying the puck back behind our goal. Went Harper to Harper, up to Grayson. Grayson is getting up to the puck, bringing it across the center ice. She is going in for a good setup on shot, but it went a smidgen wide. Our goalie still had to deflect a little bit. Puck was loose on the close side of the Mountain Select's goalie. She finally got a glove on it. Got a face-off here on the close side. Down to 13:54 in the second period. We have Georgia and Andrea on D, Maddie Benish on right, Josie on center, and Paige on left wing or far wing. All right, Mountain Select is trying to take it in along this wall. Josie took the puck away, and she looks like she's going to get a shot off. Oh, right into the goalie's glove, but it had some heat on it because it pulled her glove side back into the post. It was a good shot. Josie on face-off. All right, we're back in our zone. Andrea in possession. Up to Maddie, but it got a little bit loose on this wall. I can see what happened. Good pressure from Georgia and Andrea, and Josie was able to pick it off. We have Paige coming up on the far wall. She wasn't able to get it to the zone, but she also had quite a bit of pressure on her as they were pinning into the wall. Mountain Select back behind our goal. Josie bringing it through the corner. Maddie Banish tried to get a shot. Oh, Mountain Select was able to get a pretty weak shot off on the blocker side on Decorah, but she just shrugged it off. Andrea brought it up to the center ice, across. Paige came in hot, trying to get possession of that puck. Wasn't able to. This game is getting pretty physical. A lot of shoulder impacts here between the girls. Mountain Select was able to keep it in our zone. Georgia was able to get it across center ice. All right, Andrea's getting some pressure. It's Andrea versus two of the Mountain Select. Now three. It's not a healthy place for us to be. It's like we were trying to get in. Oh boy. Thankfully Harper Owen was there and kept the opportunities from happening there. Jesse and Sammy are putting pressure, trying to keep it in the zone, but we couldn't get it there. Harper Owen going back. Harper Seifert on D. Harper's going right behind our goalie, looking for open space. Mountain Select stopped it right in the center of the blue line. So we are still on defense at this point. Mountain Select tried to center it, but nobody was there to take it. Mountain Select just took a shot, bounced off Cora. Got a Mountain Select D player taking a shot, but it went feet wide. All right, we've got Harper Seifert going on the outside lane, all the way into the zone. She gets a shot off toward their goalie. The goalie had to cover it up. That was a quick shot by Harper. Accuracy was there. The goalie was just too quick to get on it. We are down to 10:46. Excuse me. On period 2, Rough Riders up by 2-1. Andrea and Georgia on D. Grayson on wing. Josie on center. And Holly was sitting on the front porch just waiting for a tip-in shot. Andrea to Holly, but we've got an icing call against Rough Riders. Down to 10:28 in the second period. Josie was on the face-off. Andrea and Georgia on D. With Holly on wing and Grayson on wing. We're having a tough time getting that puck from that Mountain Select player. Oh, rough. Again, shot on Cora. She stopped the first shot, and one of Mountain Select's was on the doorstep ready for the cleanup, and they were able to get a goal. So we've got a tied up game now, second period, 10 minutes, 6 seconds left. It's like we swapped out some players. We have Maddie Benish, Jesse, Paige, Harper, and Harper. It's a pretty tight game here. Got Paige getting hold of that puck. She was able to flip it up in the air. The goalie decided to get a glove on it, get a face-off in Mountain Select's zone. Down to 9:54 in the second period. Jesse won the face-off, but Mountain Select was able to pick it up. All right, we've got a race. Mountain Select was pushing hard to get to it first. Not quite fast enough. We got another face-off at 10:46. I'm sorry, 9:46. Numbers are hard. We have Harper and Harper on D. Maddie, Jesse, and Paige on the front line. All right, the puck got out. Harper is going one-on-one. Got a heck of a check on the side. Rest of the Rough Riders got back. We are working on getting that puck out, but some of our passes are not connecting to Rough Riders. All right, we're out of our zone. Mountain Select is getting it back in. Harper Seifert's up on it. Wasn't able to get it all the way out. But Jesse to Harper, but lost the puck again. Another shot toward goal for Mountain Select. Another shot. Jesse is going shoulder to shoulder with that Mountain Select player. All right, we're out of our zone. Mountain Select is trying to reset. They are back in our zone with a really hard shot in Cora. Cora shrugged it off like it was nothing. We got Paige taking it out. We've got a one-on-one, a two-on-one now. She's got a shot toward goal. Oh, the puck skipped up off the leg pad on Mountain Select and was airborne. And their goalie was able to pluck it out of the air. It almost rolled over into the goal. All right, face off in Mountain Select's zone. Georgia Andres in the back. Maddie's on wing. Joe's on center. Sammy on wing. They're putting some heavy pressure on, which is great. Josie and Ads. Sammy just fighting for those that puck. Andre did a backhand along back into the corner. Sammy's just pinning the Mountain Select girl into the wall. Josie was able to break it free. Ads had the puck and got loose. All right, we're back into the neutral zone. We had a breakaway by Mountain Select. We couldn't get back fast enough to go back check. So that puts Mountain Select up for the first time in this game. It is now 2-3. Mountain Select at 3. We're going to have a center ice drop here at 7:32 in the second period. We have Harper and Harper on D, Holly on wing, Jesse in center, Grayson on the far wing. All right, we got some back and forth. Harper bringing it into the zone. We got touched, bounced off. Harper put it a little bit further across the blue line. Lots of back and forth in the neutral zone here. It's an interesting play by Mountain Select. She decided to bury it in the corner and make it go dead. We were able to get hold of it. It was a good cross ice pass by Harper, but wasn't able to connect. With Harper Owen bringing it around behind, up to Harper. Harper put it deep across the neutral and into Mountain Selects. So we've got a icing on Rough Riders. Getting some fresh skaters on the ice. 6:35 left in the second period. Mountain Select up by 1 goal. Face off. We have Paige on wing, Josie on center, Maddie Benish on far wing, Andrea and Georgia on D. All right, we've got Paige just taken up on that far wall, surrounded by Mountain Select. Wasn't able to maintain that drive. A little bit back and forth. Georgia was able to get a pass back up to Paige. Paige relayed it deep into Mountain Select zone. Josie putting on a ton of pressure. But Maddie Benish, Josie and Andrea here on the wall. We were able to get the puck and we put it in deep behind their net. Paige is behind it. She was able to center it. So we are in the process right in front of Mountain Select trying to find a shooting lane. Harper taking a shot. Oh my gosh. She flew onto the ice and got a shot off, and the goalie wasn't ready. It smacked her right in the upper collarbone area. All right, we've got Harper taking it back into the zone. It's backhanded deep. So now we've got Harper and Georgia on D, but Harper's over in the corner trying to get that shot off. We have Jesse to Harper. Harper takes a shot, but it just didn't have the energy to get down to the goal. We're down to 4:43 on period 2. We have Harper and Harper on D now. Ads is battling out with 2 of the Mountain Select. Harper takes another shot right into their goalie. Couldn't hold on to the puck and she rolled over. Getting shots after shot on that goal. Just need to get another one in there. Down to 4:10 on the clock. Harper Owen putting it in deep back behind the goal again, wrapping around. I think Mountain Select's getting a little desperate here. They keep trying to take shots, but they've got a couple Mountain Select players that are getting down and in front of it. Mountain Select decided to ice it because they were huffing and puffing over there. I think the whole line skated off. We are down to 3:48 on the clock. Face off on Mountain Select. We have Harper and Harper on D, Josie on center, Grayson on far wing, Sammy on this close wing. I'm sorry, Colley. Not Sammy, sorry. 53, Colley. Harper was able to get a shot off, but it didn't make it toward the goal. Oh, Colley was on the doorstep and got a rebound, and their goalie barely stopped it. Lost count and how many faceoffs we've had in their zone, but we've got another one. Josie on center. Got Harper Owen bringing it deep in that corner. She tried to get a pass up to Grayson, who is up in the zone. Looks like we've got another icing against Mountain Select. It's a good line. They're putting a lot of pressure on Mountain Select. Mountain Select changed out a few more players. And so did, looks like we have Grayson, Josie, and Holly on the front end. Georgia and Andrea on D. 3:19 left on the clock, period 2. All right, we've got a bounce back puck. Oh, we've got a foot race. Andrea and Georgia both trying to get pressure on it. Shot went high over Cora's head. Back out of the zone. Andrea trying to get the puck away from Mountain Select. Up to Josie. Back to Andrea, into their zone. It's back behind the goal line on Mountain Select. George is moving in to put pressure. Holly's putting pressure back on Mountain Select. There's a girl sitting on her butt down there, and she is just a menace to Rough Riders, just keeping the puck away from us. We've got Jessie taking a back check and then able to get the puck away from Mountain Select. Jessie was on the doorstep ready to put it in, and their goalie came out of the crease, was able to put a glove on it. Fantastic pressure by Jessie. Jessie's out there on the center dot, ready for a face-off. She wants that goal. Andrea and Georgia on the back end. Oh, Jessie's off. We have Ads, Paige, and Sammy in far wing. Paige putting up a fantastic fight against Mountain Select, trying to find a spot down. Sammy was trying to pass out, but went a little bit wide. We have Georgia with a Mountain Select player hot on her skates. She put it into the corner, did a relay up to Sammy, and it might be a icing against Rough Riders. We have 1:54 in the second period. Got a face-off on the far side of the Rough Riders zone. Looks like we have Paige on center. Harper and Harper on D. Ads just putting on a ton of pressure. Is able to sink it deep into Mountain Select zone. Oh, they tried to get a icing, but there was nothing. All right. We have Sammy to Paige. Paige to Ads. Back to Sammy. Sammy's just doing some mad moves. We got Harper Owen taking a shot toward the goal. Ads was on the... Oh, and we got a goal. That was fantastic. The goalie lost their stick trying to dive for their puck. Paige was able to get a rebound when the puck went wide, and they got it in deep. We have Harper and Harper Ads. Sammy and Paige got that goal. That was fantastic. We have a 3-3 game. 1 minute, 19 seconds left in the game. I'm sorry, in the second period. Sorry. One more period after this. All right, here's our face-off. Grayson's on the point. Maddie Benish is on the close wing. Far side is Collie. Harper and Harper in the back. Grayson won the face-off. She was able to put it in not too far into the zone, but looked like there's a discussion between the girls on who's going to touch the puck first. Maddie Benish and Grayson putting some pressure, trying to get that puck back. Oh, there's a ballet move by Grayson, but she got hooked. We're down to 50 seconds. We have Harper stopping the charge by Mountain Select. Maddie Benish coming in to help. She is doing a center pass that got loose. Ooh, that was almost bad. All right. We went good here. So we were able to get it out of the zone. Mountain Select put it back in. Harper got it out into the neutral zone, but We're down to 20 seconds. Puck is behind our net. Harper to Harper. Harper is doing a drive out of our zone with 3 on her skates. Now 4. She is just getting hounded. And we have a hook by Harper. Was able to pull a call on him with 6.5 seconds left. As I said, she was getting hounded over there. There's a 2-minute penalty on Mountain Select, player number 7. We have a 6.5 seconds left on the clock here in the second period. We have Harper and Georgia on D, Paige on center, Josie on far right wing, right in front of their goal, and Sammy in the far wing. Harper to Harper. Harper gets a shot off, but it nailed a player. I didn't quite see where it went. All right, that 6.5 seconds went by fast. The penalty clock is down to 1:54. So this third period where we're tied up, we are coming out with a power play. Be back in about 60 seconds. All right, Rough Riders are out here ready to play a game. We're waiting for Mountain Select to do their cheering. We will start out third period tied up on a power play. Looks like Mountain Select is coming out with half the team. It's probably a bit too much. They should probably send a few players back because we've got a 4-on-4. Our goalies switch sides. And we've got a Living on a Prayer in the background for everybody. All right, we had a good face-off. Josie's just fighting for that puck. Georgia was able to pick it off, picked up by Paige. Paige into their zone, followed up by Sammy and Josie. Shot on goal. Their goalie was able to cover it up. That is a good way to start out the third period. We are getting the face-off on a power play. We have Harper and Georgia on D. Harper's on the center point. Sammy on this close wing. Paige on center. Josie in the far wing. Mountain Select was able to get that. Harper was able to pick it off against this wall as they tried to drive it out. Sammy's trying to get centered. Georgia gets a fly shot off. Josie's on the porch. Oh, Josie was just hammering, trying to get that loose puck, and their goalie just smothered it. That was a fantastic job by Josie. You can't see it in the video, but the Mountain Select girls were jumping up and down because they were pretty stressed out when that puck gets loose. All right, we have Harper and Georgia on D. We have Paige and Sammy and Josie in the front. It's like their faceoff was won by Paige, got back to Harper. Harper took a shot toward it, but Mountain Select was right there. So we are trying to get hold of that puck back into their zone as it's in and out of the zone. Mountain Select is staying on the D. They're not even trying to pressure us. Sammy did a tip into the zone. She is putting pressure on the backside. George is in the corner to, I'm sorry, in the wall. Oh. We got a fight. We've got a number 46 Mountain Select trying to force it into our zone, even though we're on the power play. They're on the power kill. We have Georgia taken up on this inside wall. We're back into their zone. Georgia on the front, Sammy on the back. It's Georgia and Sammy versus 4 as we get some fresh skaters on the ice. Andrea came off the bench, flew in, and kept it from coming into our zone. Sammy coming across center ice with the help of Georgia and Jesse, and we're in their zone. Grayson trying to pressure up the center. Andrea was on the blue, but there's too much excitement. We ended up getting a offsides. But we're right on the edge of Mountain Select's zone. We're down to 13:04 on the clock in the third period. Game is tied up. We have Harper and Harper in the back. Grayson on this close wing. Jesse on center. And Ads on the far wing. All right. We got into the zone, but we lost it. Got a turnover right at center ice as Harper removed the puck from Mountain Select's possession. Jesse is taking on that far one, playing a soccer player. She was able to kick it into the zone. Grayson took a shot, but it was kind of a fly shot. Kind of went up in the air. And our goalie was able just to pluck it out of the air. All right, we've got a Harper and Harper out, Georgia and Andrea in. Front line still the same. Jesse won that face-off, got it over to Grayson, then we got a bit of a bouncing puck. We got Andrea bearing along the wall, so it's side to side. With Ads right behind there. Oh, fantastic job on Andrea's part, trying to keep it in. We got a bit of a foot race. Andrea's got 2 on her. Oh, they are ready for the pass back around. I mean, Mountain Select was able to pass it right in front of a goal. Bit nerve-wracking there. All right. The puck is out of the zone through the neutral. Mountain Select has it back in their zone, going to D pass as they change out their front end players. We had a offside against Rough Riders here, so it'll be on this close face-off dot. Oh, just kidding. We're now doing center ice. We have Harper and Harper. Sammy on this side. I'm sorry, Collie. I have to look for Collie's pink stick. All right, Harper was able to get the puck up to Collie. Collie got it into the zone, but wasn't able to maintain possession. So we've got another back and forth across the neutral zone. Harper coming in on this close wall right below the video and was able to drive it into their zone. So now we've got Josie and Collie battling out on this close wall. Mountain Select was able to get it out. We have Harper and Harper on one of their players here. Harper Cypher was able to ruin that girl's dreams of getting another goal. All right, it's out of the zone. It's tumbling, so it's back in the Mountain Select zone right at 10:40 left on the third period. They are driving in as we are doing a line change. They were able to get a shot off, but it went wide off one of the players, one of the Rough Riders' sticks. Got Andrea picking it up over in the corner, getting backed up by Ads. Ads trying to push it up along that far wall. Georgia coming in on this far wall with 2 on her. Great stop by leg block by Cora. There's a lot of movement going in front of our goal. It's never good for anybody's health there. Too stressful. All right, we've got Ads. Ads has a breakaway into their zone. She tried to backhand it toward their goalie, but their skaters was able to get a stick on it. Had a hard shot on course. She stopped it once, and then that same player got the shot off, got her own rebound, went behind the goal, tried to center it, but nobody was there. Ads was able to bury the puck deep. Oh, and we've got an offsides. All right, offsides against Rough Riders. I think it's going to be 9:15 left in the third period. We have Harper on D, Grayson on this close wing, Josie in center, and Sammy putting pressure on that far wall. Oh, Josie got a shot off. Another shot off. We're down to 8:50, and Grayson's up against the wall. Harper trying to keep it in the zone, but the puck broke loose. Harper Owen is on it. She gets it up along the wall, back to Harper Seifert. Harper buried it deep into their zone. Grayson's putting, Grayson lost his skate. Wasn't able to keep the puck. Josie was putting pressure. Harper got the puck. Harper's back behind, tried to center it. Sammy is coming across. Sammy still got the puck. He's playing keep away. Oh, had a back pass to Georgia, but weren't there. Mountain Select did a shot, and it made it all the way down to Cora. Cora deflected off. So it wasn't enough. It wasn't. We've got Josie all the way back into their zone, getting a shot off. Well, I think we'd have to go back to a replay, but I'm pretty sure that puck just rolled over that goal line. The ref wasn't there to see it. Mountain Select tried to get a shot, or not a shot, but get the puck out of their zone, and they hit Josie right in the chest pads. All right, we're back across the center ice. Lots of back and forth going on. We've got Rough Riders players coming on and off the ice all at once. And we just got too many players on the ice. I think that seems questionable. But that's the call. We have a face-off and we're now on the defense. Mountain Select has a power play. So we're on a penalty kill at this point. 7 minutes, 13 seconds left. 2 minutes on the penalty. Jesse just battling it out over and over and over. This is going to be an icing as the new rules. Everyone hopes that the icing goes away on penalties, but I think that doesn't happen for a couple years, maybe 4 years. So 1:49 left on the penalty clock, 7 minutes on the main clock. We're tied up. Mountain Select has a power play against the Rough Riders. We have Harper, Page, Jesse, Harper. Harper was able to, Harper Seifert to stop a shot on goal with her hand. Mountain Select was lined up for a hard shot, but we were able to deflect it again. Oh, Cora, thank you, Cora. Sorry, I was holding my breath. Cora had a bouncing puck in front of her, and she swatted her way 2 or 3 times as they were trying to smash it in. All right, we are just trying to get that puck out of here. Rough Riders were all over the Mountain Select player as she was trying to shove it in and basically sat on Cora. Hopefully Cora's okay. Cora's checking out her leg pads here. We got another face-off. We have Andrea, Ads, Georgia, and Sammy on the ice. 45 seconds left in the penalty box. Ads was able to get it out one with Georgia. All right, Ads was able to get it all the way down in, and we are on offense during this penalty kill. 29 seconds left on the clock. Puck is loose, still in their zone. Ads menacing that Mountain Select player. Andrea putting on pressure. Georgia over in the corner with one Mountain Select player on her, behind her. Ads was able to get it out from behind our goal. Sammy almost losing her footing, but she almost got it out of our zone. We killed that penalty. We are 1 for 1 on the players now, 5 on 5. 4:56 left on the clock. We got one of the Mountain Select players was crushing Georgia into the side of the netting as Cora was getting on top of that puck. Good job on Georgia and Cora team there. All right, we have Josie on face-off, Harper Grayson, Harper, and Maddie Benish. We've got Maddie Benish coming in on this inside wall. She's out going across the center ice. She is looking for Josie and Grayson, but she was holding off. Grayson went a little bit over the blue line. We have Josie getting a deflected shot in toward the goal. We're down to 4:31 with the face-off. Same lines out there. Josie won that face-off beautifully. Harper Owen got a shot off. Maddie Benish was on the porch, but bouncing puck, she swatted at it, wasn't able to keep it. Oh, we got another offside on Rough Riders. Girls couldn't get back fast enough. Harper's getting pressured. So now we're doing an intentional call against Rough Riders. That's an interesting call. Had a shot on goal. Cora was able to get on it. Harper getting in there to back up Cora and make sure she isn't sat on. Mountain Select is changing out their lines. We're down to 4:15. Face off in Rough Riders zone. All right, we got Maddie Benish in possession. She's taken up across center ice. Grayson trying to get across the blue line. Jesse able to pick up as the puck went loose. She got into the zone, but it's a back and forth. Harper across the center ice toward the zone. Nobody there. Harper putting some visual aid or blocking the shot. Got drama going on in the back corner between two of the players. Harper was waiting for a clear ice before she buried it into the zone. Paige, oh, we got another offside against Rough Riders right in front of the Mountain Select's bench. We have Georgia Andrea on as D. Jesse is center ice. Sammy is center, Jesse on wing, Paige on wing. Back to Georgia. We won the faceoff. Some turnovers there happening in. Oh, Mountain Select couldn't get out of their own way, so we are trying to get in. Paige was able to get a shot off on goal. All right, we've got a face-off with 3:05 on the clock. The Mountain Select zone. Sammy won that face-off beautifully, went back to Georgia. Georgia to Jesse, and then we lost possession here as some more battling went on. All right, we've got Sammy coming up, trying to do a back shot. Georgia's got it. Oh, she tried to get control of the puck, but oh, and we've got another offsides on Rough Riders across. All right, we're down to 2:40 now. Tied up game. Now we're doing a face-off on Rough Riders' side. Josie won that face-off, but Mountain Select put a lot of pressure on it. We have Georgia going up the far wall, but oh, we're almost offsides again. All right, we had some across ice passing. There was nobody there for it. We're down here in this close wall, battling out so we can get it in video. Josie battling out, got back to Georgia. Georgia's trying to get it up and across. We're back into their zone. Georgia was able to keep it in the zone, pinning her legs against the wall as the puck went along the yellow baseboard. Shot toward goal, deflected off the glove from Ads. It's a great shot by Ads. Josie putting pressure on. Oh, Josie's. That was fantastic. Josie was able to take possession, tried to center across to Colley. Harper to Colley. Colley going across into their zone, trying to keep that puck. Shot toward goal. Oh, Cora was able to snatch it and fell in between her leg pads. That was close. But she stayed in the crease, didn't go back. No goal. We're down to 1 minute and 11 seconds in the third period, tied up with the face-off. Harper, Grayson, Paige, Sammy. All right, Paige, Sammy, Krug. Oh, we have an offside. 58 seconds left on the clock. Mountain Select is bringing in some fresh skaters. It's like they're pulling Harper. Harper putting in, oh no, Harper Seifert and Georgia are staying in. They pulled Harper Owen. Georgia is able to get it out of the zone. Grayson's putting a little pressure on. Georgia's backing her up. They're on that far wall. We're down to 45 seconds left. Grayson's in the zone. Tried to get a bit of a sauce pass off, but got deflected by a leg pad on a other skater. All right, we're down to 30 seconds. Georgia's back behind our goal, trying to get it along the wall up to Grayson. Grayson bounced it off. We are going to get an icing with 20 seconds left on the clock. 19.8 seconds. We do not want a face-off with 19 seconds left. Looks like Rough Riders coaches agree. Julia's putting up a plan up on the whiteboard. So we are going to be on defense with 19.8 seconds left in a tied-up game in the third period. If I was to guess, Mountain Select's probably going to maybe pull their goalie. I don't know. It depends how much they want this win. All right. Ref said the timeout's over. This almost feels like a penalty kill at this point. We have Josie, Harper Seifert, Georgia, Sammy, and Pages doing the face-off. Page was able to win that, but there's a lot of pressure. Sammy was able to get over to the puck. The puck is not going over the line, so we have 9 seconds left. We're on pressure in their zone. Oh, and that is the end of the game with a tie-up. This is the Lady Rough Riders 14 AA second game. We're showing some good love to Cora. So we'll end the stream here after the girls put down their good jobs and fist bumps. That was a good game. All right, that's the end of the game. It's a good game. We'll see you next time.